Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today we are talking about some of my very favorite teeny tiny little eyeshadow quads. I know usually when I use a palette, I definitely prefer a gigantic one. I like as many options as possible, but when I'm trying to get ready in a hurry, or if I don't have time for all of those choices, a quad is usually my go-to just because it's pretty mindless. And I was going through my collection and I found a couple of quads that I love, I adore. They're so good. So I figured I would share. Before we get started, a very special, very warm welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you enjoy the content, I do so hope that you will mash that thumbs up button. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you will ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. Also, my makeup is done already. I was trying to go for like a twisted winter wonderland kind of like acid trip kind of thing, and y'all, I am so in love with what I came out with. I used the Cosmic Brushes Winter Wonderland palette. Such a good one. I actually have a multi-chrome all over my lid. Like, it does not translate on camera as beautiful and magnificent as it is in real life, but I'm telling you, it is genuinely stunning. I did make sure to film a TikTok on today's eye look if you are interested. I'll make sure to put the tags for that, as well as all of my other socials, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff in the description box below. Guys, if you are not following me on all my other platforms, you definitely should go do that. I post fun content every single day. And if you're following me everywhere, you don't have to worry about missing a single moment of it. Now, my loves, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in to these really amazing eyeshadow quads. I decided to talk about them in order from most affordable to least affordable. I figured, we're kind of in the times where we really need to be aware of every penny that we're spending. And for the most part, usually a quad is going to get you through the day. Like, not 9 times out of 10, all of us aren't sitting here doing super involved, crazy eyeshadow looks. Most of the time, we're just trying to slap something on our eye, look presentable, so we can go to the grocery store. So, I was really trying to shoot for products that were affordable, high quality, easy to use. I tried to include a good mix of fun, bright, bold, colorful quads, and then also very wearable, neutral, everyday kind of quads. So there should be a quad in here for just about everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, we have ShopMissA. Now, these are the Flower Child eyeshadow quads. These are from the AOA Studios line. These were released last year, and they're so good. I don't talk about ShopMissA eyeshadows very often, but honestly, in the last year, their quality has gotten so much better. I have 2 different variations from this line, and they're both fantastic. Guys, these are $1 a piece. $1 a piece, and they're absolute fire. I do have to say that the green one is my favorite. This is the Herb Garden eyeshadow quad from the Flower Child series. It is still available on the website. First of all, packaging. Solid drugstore packaging. You've got a nice thick plastic lid. I have dropped these 1,000,001 different times and they haven't shattered on me yet, so that's kind of fantastic. I really like this quad very much. So you get 3 mattes and 1 shimmer. I really appreciate that ratio. I enjoy building with mattes and then accentuating with shimmers. I like that the shimmer they give you is a really gorgeous kind of like light to mid-toned kind of shimmer. This is going to be gorgeous just all over the lid. It's got a great amount of reflectivity to it. It's got a great amount of shine and sheen, but it goes on and it's very smoothing. It doesn't enhance texture, things like that. It's not chunky, it's not glittery. It's just a really gorgeous, very smooth sheen. Very, very pretty on the eyes. Now, when it comes to the actual green shades, they're super smooth, super pigmented, very, very easy to work with. Like, they don't swatch the absolute best, but they apply beautifully. I like that they give you a lighter green and a deeper green. You can use this deeper one on the outer corner to give yourself a little bit of depth. You can use this one all like in the crease, and then you've got this really beautiful transition shade. I just feel like this is well put together. It's well thought out. You've got a shade in here for every portion of the eye. It's mindless, it's easy, and in the end, it just gives you a really beautiful but wearable green eyeshadow look. Super, super pretty. And for $1, I really don't think that you're going to be able to beat this anywhere. Same goes for the blue variation. This is the bird watching quad. Now this one you have the same setup. You have 3 matte shadows and then 1 shimmer. The shimmer in here is super, super pretty. Like, very pigmented. It's still the same formula. Got a nice kind of sheen to it. I will say that I don't think the blues are as good of a quality as the green ones are. You can still definitely make it work. However, I do think the green one is just a little bit better. Also, I prefer the colors, just the way that the colors are set up in the green one a little bit better. I feel like these two shades are way too similar. They're almost the same exact tone, so they translate on the eye like almost identical. So you're really not getting a lot of depth in here. You're not getting a lot of contrast. So while I like this and the quality is okay, I definitely think the green one is better. But in this range, they also have a couple of really gorgeous neutral quads as well. I'll pop up a picture. They're super, super nice, guys. And for $1, I just, like I said, I think they're fantastic. Next up, we have quads that I know everybody and their mama probably owns. You've heard 1,000,001 different people talk about these. These are the e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadow quads. Now these go for $3 a piece. You get 4 different shades in here. My very favorite is the hot jalapeno. It's fantastic. I love the tones in here. Guys, there's just something about green eyeshadow that makes blue eyes absolutely glow, and the tones in here are just chef's kiss, absolutely phenomenal. So you get the same kind of setup. You get 2 mattes in here and 2 shimmers. I really appreciate that. Again, the shimmers in here I think are so beautiful. So you have this really gorgeous olive green shimmer that is just super smooth and gorgeous. And then you have this more kind of like olive green gold kind of tone. Both of them very, very pretty. And then the green tones in here, you get a deeper green for the outer corner, and then you get a slightly lighter kind of mid-tone green for everywhere else. I think all 4 of these shades are gorgeous. There's enough differentiation between the shades that it gives you a nice range of depth on the eye. It goes on, it's a cohesive and finished thought. The only problem I have with some eyeshadow quads is I just feel like they're not a finished thought. I feel like there's just not enough options in there to really give me as much depth and contrast on the eye as I usually like. But with this one, this shade variation in particular, I think they give you enough. You have these lighter kind of shimmers to do brow bone. You have something for the inner portion of the lid. Then you've got something nice and deep for the outer corner. And then this you can do either in the transition, or there's options here. There's enough contrast and there's enough depth in here to make this actually interesting. So I really, really appreciate that. I also have this one. This is from the Mint Melt collection, and this one is the mint eyeshadow, the chocolate mint eyeshadow quad. And I just thought this one was so unbelievably pretty. And again, same situation here. You get 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. You get a nice amount of depth in here. You get really light and really, really dark. I just think it's well thought out. It's a finished, complete thought. And this like mint green is just so incredibly beautiful. I like to put this all over the lid and then just do a little bit of this one in the crease with a little bit of this in the outer corner. And then I use this one as the brow bone and inner corner highlight. It's beautiful. It looks stunning on the eye. Super easy. Literally takes me 5 minutes to do. Now, I will say the shimmers in here are not super high impact, so I do oftentimes end up having to use either a glitter glue or like a setting spray, wet down my brush, something like that to intensify the shimmers. But y'all, it's so, so pretty. And for $3, you really can't gripe about it too awful much. This is super cute. These are the kind of eyeshadow palettes that I keep in my go bags. I forever have a go bag in every single one of my purses. I am always late. I spend my life perpetually late. And 9 times out of 10, I end up having to do my makeup or finish my makeup in the car. And my eyeshadow is kind of one of those things that I just kind of slap on while I'm getting where I'm going. And these work perfectly for that. Love these so, so much. Next up, we have some from Hard Candy. And if we're being honest, I like these a lot more than I like the e.l.f. ones. These are the Hard Candy Mood eyeshadow quads. These are teeny tiny little eyeshadow quads, and they're just adorable. They come in a bunch of different shades. They've got, each one of them is its own mood. There's a ton of them. They're super, super cute. They're not that much more expensive than the e.l.f. ones. These ones actually go for $3.98. So $4. It's $1 more expensive than the e.l.f. ones. You're getting just about the same amount of product in here as well. However, I think the quality of these is a lot better than the e.l.f. ones, especially when you consider the shimmers. The shimmers in here are so much better. So this is the Envy Quad, and again, you get 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. I like the way that it's set up. You get a deeper one, more of a mid-tone. You get a mid-tone and a light shade. You've got a shade in here for every part of the eye, but I just think the shimmers are they're so much better. They're so much like, they just have more pigmentation. They're a little bit shinier. Can you guys see the difference? I just think they're so, so nice. This really light one is super pretty as well. Look at that. And then the matte shades are super smooth. I have the bigger ones. I love that so, so much. I love that color. I have the bigger ones in this formula, the Marquee eyeshadow palettes, and I think they're spectacular. The bigger ones, the Marquee ones, they actually include pressed glitters as well. I really enjoy the Hard Candy pressed glitters, so I love those. Those are $10, whereas these are $4. But if we're being honest, I think that the bigger ones are a better value just because it's only it's like $6 more expensive, but you're getting a butt-ton more shades with the inclusion of the pressed glitters. I just think it's a win-win across the board. However, if you're looking for a teeny tiny little eyeshadow palette, something that is mindless to use but really great quality, I think these are fantastic. So this was the Envy one, and then I also have the Dope one, and this one is just like ridiculously pretty. This blue shimmer right here is absolutely everything. It is so ridiculously beautiful. And they're so pigmented. I think the quality is just so fantastic. Now again, they are going to benefit from either a glitter glue or a dampened brush. Either way, these apply beautifully with a finger and a brush. They're just easy to use. They're really, really pretty. Again, I like this setup. You get 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, nice deep, nice mid-tone, nice light, nice mid-tone. It's just, they work. They're a complete thought, and they look beautiful on the eye. These are freaking fantastic. And for $4, that's $1 a shade. I'm not too mad about it. Do you guys remember this collection? This is the Wetnwild Blooming Flower Power eyeshadow palette. This came out, I want to say, 2 years ago. It was Wetnwild's spring collection. I loved this so much. They came out with lip glosses, there was a setting spray, there was the eyeshadow palette. I picked all of it up and I loved all of it. That setting spray had a really gorgeous, very fine pearlescent shimmer in it. It made your skin look so glossy and glowy and dewy. I loved it. I used it to the very last drop. It was fantastic. If I ever come across another one of them, I will pick it up in a freaking heartbeat because it was just really, really nice. Also, they smelled really lovely. It smelled like a really beautiful, like light floral kind of perfume. Very pretty, but not like headache inducing, just very, very nice. This collection, they did right. It was so, so beautiful. And this eyeshadow palette, I have held on to for years. It has survived many a declutter just because I like it so, so very much. Like I said, this is the Flower Power eyeshadow quad. You get 3 tones in here, and then you get this pressed glitter. Now, just looking at this eyeshadow quad, it doesn't look like much, right? The tones look very, very similar. This is not going to give you a big, contrasty, va-va-voom kind of eye look. This is going to give you something very soft, very romantic, very everyday, very, very wearable. But I think the inclusion of this pressed glitter takes it from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. This pressed glitter is so beautiful. One of my very favorites in my entire collection. It is so gorgeous. It's got the perfect amount of it's got the perfect size. It's teeny tiny little glitters, but I just love that the shades they mixed into it. It's just so reflective and so multi-dimensional. It goes onto the eye and it just looks so, so pretty. And when you mix it with these other tones in here, it's so romantic and ethereal and feminine and pretty. I just like it so, so much. These eyeshadow quads, they go for around $5, $4.99, depending on where you decide to pick them up from. So $5 for this little quad. I think, you know, it kind of is what it is. Packaging is super cute. It is straight up drugstore packaging. You've got that plastic lid. It's nothing special. But when I tell you, there is something about the color story in here that just really, really does it for me. And they're so pigmented and so pretty. It's got this like peachy, rosy kind of thing to it. And it goes on, and like it's so light, and it's like barely there kind of eyeshadow. And you know, that's really just not my bag most of the time. But there's something about these tones that go on the eye, and they're so beautifying. It's like no makeup makeup. It's like beautifying without trying. It is so, so pretty. And then this pressed glitter just goes on top of these peachier, rosier tones, and it just makes the biggest difference. I think it's so, so pretty. I love this, especially for early spring, early summer. So, so pretty. And for $5, you get a couple of different colorways. They come out with these little quads pretty much seasonally. They come out with some for Halloween. They come out with them for spring, things like that. So if you ever come across these, definitely pick it up and try it, because I guarantee you the quality is going to surprise you. They're a lot better than they appear to be. Now we're moving in to some of the bougier quads. Now these are all still drugstore for the most part, but they are a little bit pricier. The next ones I want to talk about are these ones right here. And out of all of these that I have spoken about so far, these are by far the best quality. These are high-end drugstore, or these are high-end eyeshadows available at Walmart. Like, they are fantastic. Now, Uoma is it's a high-end brand. They're available at Sephora. They're stunning. They're stunning. Their eyeshadow quality is chef's kiss. It is by far some of the best that I have tried. But the fact that they came out with a sister brand available at Walmart, so that people who, Uoma was a little bit out of our price range, so that we could experience the formulas as well. I love that. Now, the only thing that scares me about this is the fact that they're on sale right now at the Walmart, at Walmart online, for $5 a piece. Now, originally these were $10. They're on sale for half off. Also, every time I go to my Walmart, I think the Uoma By Sharon C department, I think it's disappearing. So either they're getting ready to discontinue this line, or they're like revamping it. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it makes me very, very sad, because their brow styler is one of my very favorite brow products of the year. These eyeshadow quads are freaking phenomenal. The foundation is flawless as well. They've got a lot of really fantastic products in this line, and I really, really hope that they don't take it away from us. These are the Eye Service eyeshadow quads. They come in 3 different variations. All 3 of these are literally to die for. This one in particular, this is the Dreaming eyeshadow quad. The packaging, I think, is super cute. This is cardboard packaging. you get your little tie to keep it closed, and I'm assuming they did it that way so they could minimize the cost of the packaging, so we could get this for a much more affordable price point. But you open it up and you get your 4 little shades in here. You get 2 shimmers and 2 mattes, and when I tell you, these shimmers are by far and away the best shimmers you're going to find anywhere at the drugstore. I mean, just, they're so good. They're so good. And they look this beautiful on the eye as well. Like, they just translate so beautifully. They're true to pan, true color, gorgeous, fully pigmented eyeshadows. The mattes in here are just as beautiful. Look how pigmented that is. And then you get a nice deeper one. I mean, that's everything you need. That is everything you need for a flawless eye look. And the fact that these are on sale right now for $5, y'all need to go pick these up. Y'all need to go pick these up, even if you are not a big fan of an eyeshadow quad. If you haven't tried this formula yet, you need to try it. It is so buttery smooth and pigmented. They blend effortlessly. Those shimmers are absolutely just drop dead gorgeous. They're fantastic. Now, if this colorway doesn't do it for you, they have 2 more. This one is my particular favorite. This one is the Blazin' Quad. This one is made for blue eyes. This makes blue eyes absolutely freaking glow. Same setup. You get 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. You get a orange, like a burnt orange, and a bright sunshiny yellow. Look how pigmented they are. Like, Uoma did not come to play with these eyeshadow quads. But then you have the shimmers in here, and the shimmers just absolutely, that gold is absolutely everything. And then you have this deep red. They're stunning. They're so freaking pretty. The quality is just, oh, it is so, so good. Love this. And then last but not least, you have the Big Spender Quad. And this one I love so much. This one is a little bit different because in this one you're getting 3 shimmers and 1 matte. This one is, I love this. I love this color story. It is my least favorite out of the bunch though, just because I feel like it's not as complete of a thought as the other ones are. I just feel like the 3 shimmers, it's just not enough for me. I really need more mattes, but it is still very, very pretty. All 3 of these, this copper is absolutely freaking everything. Look at that. And they swatch so beautifully. That is just absolutely everything. Then you have this gorgeous gold, just as pretty. And then this green, this lime green shimmer is just absolutely, look at that. So, so pretty. And then you get a little bit of depth in here with this really gorgeous, deep kind of teal shade. And while I think this color story is stunning, I find that on the eye, it's not quite enough for me. But, of course, everybody likes to do their eyeshadow differently. So it might not be enough for me, but it might be just perfect for you. For $5, I definitely think you should go find out. Now, my only regret with this brand is that they only did 3 colorways. I really, really feel like they could have made so much money if they would have come out with like a 10-pan palette and released it. It would have absolutely killed at the drugstore. People would have ate that up like freaking candy. So, especially with how good this quality is, so, so fantastic. Either way, even with just the quads, I think they're spectacular. This one, the first one that I talked about, the Dreaming Quad, is so, so beautiful. Perfect for every day. And then if you have blue eyes, I really just think this one is going to make them glow. And if you're just feeling a little bit more adventurous, this one's real pretty too. Either way, I really don't think you can go wrong with either of them. Next up, we have this bad boy right here, and I'll guarantee you, you would have never guessed. You would have never guessed that I would talk about this, but there is something about this eyeshadow quad. Y'all, I've had this in my collection, I want to say, for almost 8 years. I have had this. This is so old that they no longer sell it in this format. It's a completely different format now. Same colors, same name. This is the gold for the go for the Golds eyeshadow quad from Covergirl. And there is just, y'all, there is something about this eyeshadow quad that just I love so much. I don't know if you can see the big dips in those pans, but I've almost hit pan on every single one of these shades. I love them so much. There's something about the tones in here that gives you such a, it looks so high-end on the eyes. It is so effortless and beautiful. It gives you that shimmer and shine. It gives you that drama without being overpowering, without being too much. The actual quality of the shades in here is so spectacularly beautiful. The pans are so tiny, they're difficult to swatch, but just, they look and they feel so high-end to me. And then I love the shades that you get. You get 2 shimmers and then you get 2 mattes. I think there's a great amount of depth in here as well. It goes from really light to really deep. It is a full, complete thought. It just goes on and it looks so high-end on the eyes. Now this goes for $5.49, little plus or minus depending on where you pick it up. But y'all, I just think they're so beautiful. Covergirl has surprisingly good eyeshadows though. I feel like a lot of people overlook the Covergirl True Blend eyeshadow formula, but some of them are really nice. This one in particular, y'all, this is what I learned to do my eyeshadow with. It would come with these little like booklets or instructions, and it would tell you how to do your eyeshadow, and they would be numbered. So it was just super easy. I learned how to do my eyeshadow with this one. It was so nice. And every time I did my eyeshadow, it just looked so pretty. It is a very thin, very lightweight formula, so it blends absolutely effortlessly. Like they just blend out. They just blend out with zero effort at all. If you're looking for a super easy eyeshadow, but something that's going to go on and going to elevate your look, like they blend out beautifully. They're not patchy, they're not streaky, they're not splotchy. There's no big chunky glitters in here. It's so beautiful. Such, I'm going to say it again, such a high-end looking formula for a drugstore price point. So cute. Packaging's awful, teeny tiny little eyeshadow pots, but like I said, they have changed up the packaging for this one now. The pans are much bigger in the new ones, and the colors look to be almost identical. So definitely go check this one out. Again, this was the Go for the Golds eyeshadow quad from Covergirl. So good. It's one of my all-time favorites. Now we have the Juvias Place quads. You guys already know how I feel about Juvias Place. One of my very favorite eyeshadow formulas in the entire world. Beautifully pigmented, easy to work with, all of the above. Beautifully priced as well. These things are freaking amazing. So I picked up these quads for $4 a piece. At full price they go for around $11, but these are always on sale. They're on sale at the website right now for $5, so definitely go check them out. They have 4 different colorways. I only own 3 of them though. My very favorite is the green one. It might be the mints. I think I like the mints one the most. I just think these are so stinking pretty. These, you get 2 really gorgeous shimmers. You get 2 gorgeous mattes in here. Like high quality, high pigment. They're absolutely freaking stunning. The shimmers in here are some of the prettiest in my entire collection. That shimmer is absolutely freaking everything. And then you get a lighter, more silvery kind of shimmer. The quality on these is literally unmatched, and especially when you can get these on sale, there's nothing I can say about these that is going to make them any better than they already are. They're spectacular. I like them. I don't think that these are enough to do just an eye look in and of themselves, but I feel like that about most eyeshadow quads. I do like the way that they're put together. You get a lighter shade and a deeper shade. I just feel like in a lot of these, they're so monochromatic that there's just not a lot of depth and there's not a lot of contrast in here at all. I think that the honey one, the only one that I don't own, is the best. I feel like you could do super easily a full, complete, thought out look with that one because there's enough depth and contrast in that one. But when it comes to these ones, I just feel like a lot of the tones are so similar that it just, you're gonna do like a one and done kind of thing, and it's not enough for me in the way that I like to do my eyeshadow. However, the reason that I am mentioning these is because the quality is so spectacular. They're so beautiful. I feel like even if you had to mix in something else to go along with these palettes, they're still worth the money to pick them up. I think they're beautiful. This one, just owning this one just for the silver shimmers is just, it's why I picked it up. The silvers in here are so stunning. Silver is one of those eyeshadow colors that is so difficult to find. Like a good true silver is a lot harder to come by than you actually might think, and these ones are so incredibly beautiful. Love that. Also really love the gray tones in here. You get a nice deep kind of like angry sky kind of gray, and then you get a nice light kind of dove early morning gray. They're both really beautiful. This mint one is like absolutely to die for. Love it so much. And then the army one, I just love the tones in here. You have very army like olivey kind of greens. It's almost grungy in a way, but the greens in here, the like shimmers are, this green shimmer is probably one of my favorite green shimmers of all time. It literally is like, it's money. It literally looks like shiny new money to me. Absolutely freaking stunning. And then you have this deeper, darker, moodier kind of green shimmer that is super different as well. Kind of like a dirty money shade. Either way, they're both absolutely beautiful. The matte tones in here are really pretty as well. You get something that's a little bit more like deep and blue toned, then you get something that's a little bit more like grungy and teal toned. They're pretty. They're beautiful. I love them. These are always on sale. Juvias Place is beautifully priced just to begin with, but then when they go on sale, they are not afraid to slash those prices. So if you can find these on sale, oftentimes you can find them on sale for about $1 a shade. Baby, go pick them up. They're so good. And then last but not least, the pièce de résistance. This one is just like, this is what inspired today's entire video. This eyeshadow palette, I was not expecting to love anywhere near as much as I actually do. This is the Makiage Color Boss Squad eyeshadow quad in the variation Trendsetter. When I tell you this eyeshadow quad is the mother of all eyeshadow quads, it is everything from the packaging to the shades inside to the formula of those shades. Everything about this eyeshadow palette screams opulence, screams luxury, it screams quality. It is freaking stunning. I love this thing so much. I find myself reaching for this over some of my bigger eyeshadow palettes. I find this is the one that I go to when I just need to put something on quick, but I want to look elevated and I want to look put together. This is the quad that I go for. Like I said, it's from Makiage, which means this is going to be stupidly expensive. This is a $49 eyeshadow quad. Guys, you guys know that I didn't pay that much for it. I received this from BoxyCharm, but y'all, it is so beautiful. It is, I can't, there's nothing else I can say about it other than it is simply stunning. The packaging is gorgeous. You get a really beautiful, high quality, good sized mirror in here, and then these are your shades. So you get 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. You get everything from super light to really deep. Again, it's thoughtfully put together. It's well thought out. It's a complete thought. It is stunning. These shimmer shades are, they're genuinely just absolutely some of the most beautiful. This cranberry tone, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look how pigmented they are. They swatch so beautifully. There is this one. This one is more of like a duochromatic shade. It switches from this really beautiful light gold to slightly pinky tone. So pretty. Both of these are gorgeous. And then you have the matte shades in here, and you have something that's really gorgeous and deep. This is a very deep red toned brown, but guys, it goes on, and for being such a deep color, it is so gently pigmented that it blends out literally effortlessly. Like, deeper shades like this worry me sometimes, just because sometimes when you stick them down They don't like to move, but so mobile, guys. And then this really light shade in here, so gently pigmented, but when you build it up, it is the most beautiful, super natural looking, just like gorgeous crease shade. I don't know. And it's such an unassuming quad as well. Like, I don't think the colors are anything super special, but when you put them all together, it just turns into the most magical eye look. I don't know. There's something about it that I just am absolutely head over heels for. Guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that it was helpful to you in some small way. Even though quads are not my very favorite palettes in the world, I definitely think that they are useful, and I definitely feel like they deserve some praise every now and again. As always, no filters, no fancy lighting. It is just me sitting in front of my camera playing with some of my very favorite eyeshadow quads, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.